I want us to be overcomers. I want us to see everything that God has for us. I want us to believe for everything that God has for us. I want us to see the victory in every area, every situation. Amen. Even to raising the dead. We have got to believe that what He said, lay hands on the sick, they shall recover. He said, go tell this good news, raise the dead, cast out devils. It's all for us. If we doubt not. Okay, I got to hurry up. But anyway, Jesus, he dealt with another demon-possessed guy and so on and so forth. Anyway, he's walking along, and behold, verse 22, one of the rulers of the synagogue came, Jairus by name, and when he saw him, he fell at his feet, and he begged him earnestly, saying, my little daughter lies at the point of death. Come and lay your hands on her, that she may be healed, and she will live. And Jesus went with them, and a great multitude followed him and thronged him. And that goes into a woman. How many know that many times you start moving in a certain direction, and a woman comes and interrupts things? So you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Okay. So, he deals with the woman, she gets healed and so on and so forth. And verse 35, let's drop down there real quick. 35. It says, while he was still speaking, some came from the ruler of the synagogue's house and said, your daughter is dead. What kind of knowledge is that? Sense knowledge, right? It's what he heard. Sense knowledge. The circumstances are proving that it's over. Are you listening? Your daughter is dead. Don't trouble the teacher anymore. He's got other stuff to do. Now listen to what it says in verse 36. I mean, Jesus is our example. As soon as Jesus heard the word that was spoken, he said to the ruler of the synagogue, don't be afraid. Only what? Only believe. Don't doubt. Don't give in to senses. Don't give in to thoughts. Don't give in to, who's making the potato salad for the funeral. I like what a couple other translations put it this way. Listen. A couple other translations put it this way. It says, Jesus, they came and said, your daughter's dead. Don't bother anymore. Listen, it says, Jesus paying no attention to the word that was spoken. Paying no attention to the word that was spoken. You got to get to a place in your life where you pay no attention to the wrong reports that come your way. You pay no attention to them. Another translation says, Jesus refusing to hear the word that was spoken. Come on, you got to stop listening to all the negative and unbelief that is out there and just believe God no matter what it looks like. You got to believe that what He said. How many know this was quite a situation here? The man's daughter is dead. They've got confirmation. They were there. There is no question about it. She's gone. And he says, don't be afraid. Keep believing what you first said. What your first confession of faith was. When you came to me and you said, my daughter is at the point of death. If you will come and lay your hands on her, she will be well and she will live. He said, hold on to the word that you spoke. Don't let the doubts, don't let the word that has just come stop the word that's in your heart. Now let me ask you a question. If the man would have emotionally fallen apart at that point in time and said, I know it's too late, it's over. And they buried his daughter, whose fault would it have been? Oh, we don't want to go there. No, we don't want to go there. We've been taught otherwise. God is sovereign, God is sovereign. It's always up to God, It's always up to God. I know this is not easy for some of us to listen to, but it's the truth anyway. That man had the biggest part to play in whether his daughter would live or not. If he believed their report other than Jesus' report, she would have died. Because a double-minded man can't believe he's going to receive anything from God. I know that sounds so hard, but I'm telling you, you've got to deal with the thoughts, the unbelief that comes to steal away your faith to see things happen. Amen. You've got to reject this. Jesus rejected that word. He said he refused to listen to it. I ain't listening to that stuff. I ain't listening to that. We need to get back to the place where, when somebody says something, even, when you watch the news or something like that, and they come on with the latest drug and how many people die from this and how many people get this cancer or whatever, you need to talk back to it or turn it off. Amen. Not listen to all that unbelief. Right. And the medications are bad enough, but the reactions to it are even worse. You got to believe the word. See, and this is what it comes down to. It comes down to no matter what your head tries to tell you, you got to tell your head. 2 Corinthians 5:10. You got to 5:10. Cast down every imagination, every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. Bringing every thought into captivity, making it obedient to Christ. And then you will see what you saw. You will see what you believed. Abraham says that he did not even consider his own body or Sarah's womb that was already dead. Did not consider, refused to think about it. Just refuse to think about it. All I know is this: God said this. That's all I know. God said this. I'm a father of many nations. My name is Abraham, father of many nations. That's all there is to it. I'm going to have lots of kids, lots of grandkids, lots of great-great-grandkids. I'm going to have a great legacy. They're going to talk about me for a long time after this because I believe God. No matter what the circumstances, I believe God, and that's all there is to it. I'm not believing anything else. I'm not listening to anything else. I refuse to hear what their report is because I got a report from the Lord, and that report is victory, victory, victory.